Hey, what's happening? I'm hoping you guys are enjoying your afternoon or your evening or your morning for that matter. Whatever the hell you decide to come in my channel and check this video out. First and foremost, before I begin commentating on this particular video, I want to apologize briefly for the audio quality on my last video, which is the Battle Factory. I don't know what the hell happened. Everything just seemed fine up until I uploaded it to YouTube, or started getting all static shocky. I was like, ugh, I myself can't even watch it without pointing that out. But anyway, this is an NU battle, and I haven't had an NU battle personally after I beat Shofu. But so let's just see what happens. I mean, hey, and that's like, I don't know, like 3 weeks ago. So I'm kind of, I hope I can kind of still keep that up and exemplify that kind of skill that I did before. So in this particular battle, anyway, it looks like he has a Frillish and a throw. At first, I was like, I'm gonna burn the throw, and I was like, yes, I was all excited and whatever like that because I thought I cut his attack, but I forgot that throw gets guts. So I didn't even remember that. So he's like, thanks for the guts. I was like, oh shit. Okay, so he has the Frillish out, and I'm able to Toxic it with the War Turtles you guys saw that a few turns early back. I'm just going to sub down to have Toxic accumulate on the Frillish because Frillish is going to be a huge problem for me later on, believe it or not actually. So I want to more this HP at an HP level that I can later on bring it in and then sub down later on if I need or necessary. But unfortunately for me, I did reveal that I do have the substitute, so it doesn't hide the fact that I'm not choice or anything like that. I want to kind of I like to keep people thinking that my mag mortar is choice, so I like bring it on to threats that I know can revenge kill it right away and outspeed it, so I have people thinking that it is scar, so they switch out only for me to get the substitute and kick themselves in the head or whatever like that. So just for example's sake. But anyway, in comes a Torkoal, just gonna get put to sleep. He has the Evar of his own. I'm sorry, Electabuzz of his own. So I'm thinking like, all right, he's gonna probably bring that in. And I went for the sleep powder anyway, which is great. I know that he's going to want to switch out and save his Torkoal after seeing how much the initial Sludge Bomb did onto his Torkoals. Torkoal, I believe, is his Stealth Rocker as well as his Rapid Spinner. So the downside to him switching out is that the number of turns for sleep will reset. So that's actually pretty great. I can take advantage of that a little later on. She's gonna have to rest, and he told me over Skype that he forgot to put the Chesterberry on this thing. So I could probably take advantage of that too and phase it out, and then keep doing that every time he brings back in the throw. I could just keep phasing that out, and not only just to get minimal Stealth Rock damage, which I'm about to set up right now if I Golem, but just to keep it at bay because throw is going to be a huge threat. I realize I don't have much to anything out of for it. I mean, I could probably trick it, I guess, but that's just something rather. I think I'll do that, but I'm just contemplating about the throw as of now. So Golem's going to be able to outspeed the Torkoal and take it out. Great because the cacturne. I know he's going to probably want to go for the Swords Dance and or the substitute, so I'm just going to go for the Rock Blast, which is great. Boom! It's going to 2-hit KO the substitute, I believe, and then the third one is going to score a critical hit. So that's great. I was hell excited for that. He can't, fake out. He can't fake me out with another substitute because what I like to do a turn and then afterwards switch out. Sometimes I do it like on the second turn. Sometimes I do it on the third turn. So he goes to the C-Bomb, and C-Bomb does a lot of damage. So I'm like, okay, now I can't go for an attacking move with my Hunter. I'm gonna definitely have to go for the trick. So I'm gonna trick it the Choice Scarf, and Cacturne is known for his speed. So I mean, even with the Choice Scarf, it doesn't like outspeed things like Mag Mortar or Evar. So I'm just gonna go out into my Victory Bell just to see what he'll lock himself into, Sucker Punch or Seed Bomb. I was contemplating Seed Bomb because that would make sense. Sucker Punch is still a bit too obvious. So I quad resist the Seed Bomb, which is why I went out to Victory Bell. In comes his Throw. And Throw's not going to take any damage. Like, wow, he took that like a monster. I got to switch out to my World Turtle right away, man. I can't have this thing waking up on me. So I'm just going to do that. Hopefully he doesn't get a third turn wake up. But unfortunately, curse my luck. Spoilers, a little bit too early. Yes, he does. And he's going to get the payback. Because he's slower, so if he went for the circle throw, he wouldn't inflict any damage on my World Turtle at all. Unfortunately for me, I get an Electabuzz switch in. Oh my goodness, Lord have mercy. So he's gonna go for the Thunderbolt, right? So, damn, even though I resist that, that did a lot of damage, so I gotta go for the Focus Blast on Choice Scarf. Unfortunately, Karma bites me in the ass. If you guys know what I'm talking about from the last video, from when I faced against Shofu, I hit 4 Focus Blasts in a row. This one I hit nothing. So, eventually, Karma does kick you in the butt. The balls, whatever like that. So I'm just gonna go for the Sucker Punch before I know this thing's gonna be able to revenge kill me with the Hidden Power Ice. or fire, you know, or whatever. But the point is, Victory Bell bit the dust. So, okay. In comes the Golem. I do have the Sucker Punch here, and if he decides to switch out, I'm just going to, you know, he's just gonna die from the entry outs on the way back in. But I make a misclick, which I was scared of. I was like, no! I was like, oh my lord, I know I did not just go for the Earthquake, but unfortunately for him, he missed his Focus Blast. So that's great, I'm able to keep my sturdy. That's kind of what I wanted. So I would have been upset if the Focus Blast hit. Even though it wouldn't have killed the Golem, I would have been upset because it would have broken the sturdy. So I was like, dang, man. I know he's gonna go for a, either a Circle Throw or a Bulk Up right now. So I went out into Haunter, right, and then afterwards I'm going to go out into my War Turtle. I'm just trying to safely bring the War Turtle without taking a lot of damage at all. So to minimize that amount of damage, he has to go for the Payback as opposed to going for the Circle Throw. So Payback is nice, and then afterwards I think I'm going to inflict Toxic on it because it would make sense for him to go for the Circle Throw as of now. I mean, that does increase the guts, but it's like one of my only shots that I have to take out this throw. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to sacrifice my Haunter, and then I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb, accumulate damage, his own toxic damage, as well as some offensive damage onto it. So Sludge Bomb is going to be able to do, yeah, a little bit of significant damage, but more importantly, now that he's toxic, you know, so that's kind of what I'm really aiming at, you know, so, okay. What I want to do also is I want to bring in my War Turtle, I believe, so I can, you know, make him think that I'm about to phase him out. I'm going to go for the Skull to accumulate damage now, and then he's going to pay back thinking that I was going to phase him out because he has a +1 bulk up going on here. And then he's going to recover a little bit more HP, and then that should be just enough for Magmortar to come in and finish off with the Fire Blast. So that's great, but unfortunately Fire Blast missed. I was like, no! I was so scared, man, because the Circle Throw and the Circle Throw misses. So I was like, so I can't afford to, I can't afford for this guy to go for the rest. So I'm just going to finish it off with the Fire Blast. He brings the Golem. I have the Hidden Power Grass. So unfortunately for him, I guess he didn't go for the Sucker Punch. I wasn't too sure if Sucker Punch would have finished off because Magmortar is frail. You know, so I was lucky there. So in comes this cacturne, which I believe is his last Pokemon. I'm gonna go for the Substitute just in case he locks himself on to Sucker Punch, and then afterwards finish this thing off with a Fire Blast. So that was a great game, hella scary at certain points. Definitely had a lot of fun. Viewers, do not forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Peace. What you doing?